Welcome to Whispers of Turkish Stars, the place where the glimmering secrets and unexpected twists of the entertainment world are told the way fans truly feel them. Before we dive into today's storm of revelations, don't forget to subscribe, tap like if you love these deep dives, and consider hitting the join button to unlock exclusive content we prepare just for our closest community. Now, lean in, because the last few days have carried a story that feels like a scene torn from a film. And at its heart are Urkin, Meriç and Hazal Subaşı. Whispers began swirling after a discreet gathering in London, a private evening where the most powerful people in film drifted through candlelit rooms and low music. There, Hazal Subaşı reportedly crossed paths with a guest whose name needs no introduction to anyone who loves action cinema, Jason Statham. Talk started innocently enough, with smiles exchanged over their shared fascination for challenging roles and the discipline needed to carry them. Before long, word slipped out that Jason had floated the idea of collaborating on a sleek, high-stakes project that would thrust Hazal onto a new international stage. But the rumor didn't stop at work. Those close enough to overhear described something more intimate in his tone, a warm certainty that made people pause. The way some tell it, he spoke not just as a producer or co-star, but as a man making his intentions plain, delivering a declaration many have interpreted as a marriage proposal in everything but formality. What happened in those minutes may never be fully captured in one version. Some say Hazal smiled, her eyes steady, weighing the magnitude of what was being placed before her. Others insist she grew thoughtful and listened close, careful not to rush an answer she would later regret. In any case, the spark of that moment leapt outward, and by morning the gossip columns were electric with the question that has ignited a global debate: was this a partnership offer for a new movie, or something far more personal? Or both, standing side by side? And that's precisely where Erkan Meriç steps into frame. For years, his name and Hazal's have been braided together by directors who adore their chemistry and by fans who remember their shared chapters with vivid affection. Behind the cameras, those who know them speak of an understanding that rarely needs words, the kind of bond that can hide from lights but not from truth. As these London rumors spread, sources say Urkin spoke quietly to people he trusts, leaving a sentence that needs no decoding: "I won't let anyone confuse Hazal." It was a simple statement, delivered without theatrics, yet it carried the force of a confession. Was it jealousy, protection, or a long-guarded feeling finally breathing in public? To viewers, it sounded like all three at once, the release of a sentiment he had kept under careful lock. Hazal has met the noise with the eloquence of silence. Over recent months, she has repeated a promise to herself, to focus her energy on the roles that challenge her and to earn every step without shortcuts. That vow remains unbroken. No official comment, no rush to confirm or deny what the night in London meant. But her name now lives between two scenes. One that glows with the pull of Hollywood and a leap that could change the shape of her career, and another that lives here at home, where Urkin's presence has been quiet but irreplaceable, steady as a hand offered through a crowd. The fandom did what fandoms do: it split, then swelled. On one side, there is Team Urkin, people who believe that what he feels for Hazal is genuine and overdue for the light, and that his words are not a strategy but a truth he has carried. They say he has always respected her space and her decisions but cannot pretend to be indifferent now that the world is watching. On the other side, there is Team Jason, a chorus urging Hazal to seize a professional opening that could mark a milestone for Turkish performers on a global stage. They argue that the right role, the right partner on screen, could elevate her name to a level few achieve, and that love, if it is as real as people hope, will find its way through distance and time. Between those poles, a softer voice threads through the comments: "Whatever choice she makes," they say, "we will be with Hazal." People close to the situation whisper that a decision won't be postponed for long. There are schedules to respect, contracts to consider, and a growing spotlight that will not dim until something definitive is said. Should Hazal accept Jason's offer, it would be more than a career move. It would be a symbolic moment for Turkish cinema, proof that the new generation can share the poster with international titans and meet them scene for scene. Yet Urkin's message will not disappear into that momentum. If anything, it now floats along every headline, a reminder that under the glitter are two people who have built trust over years and who know each other's courage and fears better than any stranger from a distant red carpet ever could. Insiders say there is a nuanced middle path that would take nerve, that Hazal might accept the film while keeping her personal life grounded where her roots are strongest. That she might prove that a partnership on screen need not dictate one's heart off screen. Those who cheer for Urkin see him not as a barrier to her ascent but as a harbor, a presence that could give her the steadiness to take the biggest risk of her career without losing herself. Those who wave the banner for Jason praise the chance to see Hazal in sequences that demand physical daring and emotional restraint, the kind of scenes that build legends and rewrite expectations about what a Turkish actress can carry in an international blockbuster. Through it all, Urkin has kept his tone measured. No angry speeches, no accusatory posts, just that one line echoing through the gossip wave: "I won't let anyone confuse Hazal." People who have worked with him say this fits the man they know: private, loyal, slow to speak yet clear when he does. He is the kind of actor who arrives early and leaves late, who watches the monitors quietly, who believes that chemistry is a responsibility as much as a gift. Hazal, for her part, has always met attention with grace. Even now, as her phone blinks with messages and as her team lines up calls she must return, she carries herself like someone who knows that silence can be a choice, not a lack. What does it mean, really, to choose between love and work? The question is simple, but its edge is cut. If she leans toward the film and the promise it holds, she will step onto a road that could be longer and lonelier than the photos suggest. If she leans toward the confession embedded in Urkin's words, she will be guarding something rare and delicate, a bond that remembers how it started and believes it can grow again in a healthier light. And perhaps the bravest option of all is to refuse the old rule that says the two cannot coexist, to show that an actress can carry her heart and her ambition without apology. In living rooms and cafes, group chats and studios, everyone seems to have a version of the answer. Some imagine Urkin showing up with his own carefully planned surprise, a quiet dinner where the world shrinks to two voices and a promise that doesn't need an audience. Others picture Hazal stepping into a London rehearsal space, testing scenes with an international crew, her confidence rising as new doors open. A few romantics see them hugging at an airport, ready to live through the distance on calls and postpone dinners until the project wraps. And yes, there are skeptics who think it's all smoke, that nothing will come of the whispers and that life will return to its regular rhythm as soon as the next headline appears. But this story isn't just a distraction. It has tapped into something familiar, the tug-of-war between where you came from and where you could go next, between the safety of what you know and the thrill of the unknown. For Hazal and Urkin, it has stirred memories, sharpened questions, and pushed them both into the kind of clarity that only arrives under pressure. For fans, it has been a reminder that the people on their screens can be vulnerable and brave at the same time. So we put the question to you, not as judges but as the community that has accompanied them through joy and doubt: which side do you feel tugging at your heart? Do you want to see Hazal take that leap into the international arena alongside Jason Statham, the partnership that could rewrite her career in bold ink? Or do you believe that Urkin's words carry the weight of a truth that deserves an answer said face to face and with no cameras in sight? Maybe you see a third way, a path where the film goes forward and the private promise is protected, proving that strong hearts can be steady even when the world leans in to watch. Tell us in the comments where you stand, and tell us which other stars of Turkish television and cinema you want us to explore in future episodes. Your messages shape the journeys we cover and the questions we dare to raise. Thank you for being here, for listening with empathy, and for keeping the conversation rich and respectful. This has been Whispers of Turkish Stars. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if today's story stirred something in you, and support our community by clicking join so we can keep bringing you the revelations you can't find anywhere else. We'll be back soon, with more light cast on the dazzling, complicated world of Turkish and international showbiz, and with eyes still tuned to the quiet space where Hazal Subaşı and Erkan Meriç decide what their next chapter will be.